I get it. Eating healthy can be hard in general, and eating healthy on a budget even harder. But being the person that I am, I believe it can be done. I've purchased just $20 worth of items from Walmart, and we're gonna do some meal prep. I'm gonna get some lunches, breakfasts, and snacks ready in just 1 hour. I don't have a ton of time to prep things like this, and I know you don't either. I often see people prepping these like magnificent meal preps, and I'm like, that is so good for you, but it's not me. It's not gonna happen. But I do probably have about an hour a week where I can set aside some time and make sure that I'm going to be all set with my lunches and my breakfasts. That's where I know a lot of people struggle. They end up eating out or just kind of snagging something here and there and not necessarily making the healthiest choices. So if you have those ready to go for you, and you also feel like you can actually fit that into your weekly budget without being like, wow, I had it in a meal plan and now I've spent $300. So for 20 bucks, I'm gonna set the timer for just 1 hour and we're gonna get cooking. All right, so my plan here is to make a few things. We're gonna make some delicious salads with chicken, some cheese, some eggs, kind of like a Cobb salad. I'm also gonna do some hard-boiled eggs as a snack and slice up some carrots as a snack. And then we're gonna make some egg bites. And I probably wanna get started on hard boiling my eggs and cooking up my chicken, because those are the two items that are gonna get us started with cooking, and we also need to cook the egg bites. To hard-boiled eggs, I just fill my steamer with a little bit of water, and I set the steamer to the steam mode for 14 minutes. It's gonna take a minute for that to heat up, but we can get all of the eggs put in the steamer basket to start. I just fit as many of these in as I can, so if there's 18 here, I put 15. The rest of it we'll make egg bites with, and we might not even be able to use all of them, which is fine. We can always save some. You can actually cook up eggs during the week, or you can hard boil some more eggs later. Now I'm gonna make up double the recipe of egg bites because they freeze really well, so we can make as many as we want, pop them in the freezer, and we'll have them for the future. We're gonna need 10 eggs, and I will end up with 11 extra eggs then. So you can do whatever it is you please with those, which is great, so you even have items for next week. Then we're gonna use 2 cups of cottage cheese, which is this entire container. Gonna want some spinach for this. I'm buying spinach because I can use that for my salads and for my egg bites. And this is a pretty decent sized bag. I'm just gonna chop up the spinach before putting it into the mixture. Well, that's a lot of leafy greens. It's gonna be delicious. Then I have a package. Oh, this isn't the right package. All right, you guys are gonna laugh at me. I did purchase a package of Walmart cheddar, but I also had a package of this Lucerne, weird name, cheddar. It's the same thing. So I'm just gonna use the one that I already opened, my mistake. I'm gonna shred up all of this, but we're not gonna use all of it for the egg bites. We'll use some of it in our salads too. Now I didn't remember to do this, but I was told that if you put your cheddar or your cheese, whatever you're using, in the freezer before you shred it, it's easier to shred. So just a note, if you can remember to do it. I could not, to do it. Okay, it's time to put our eggs in. Good to go. And we are back at our egg bites. Give this a good stir and then mix in our ingredients. There is the option to blend this, but we're not gonna do that today, just in the essence of time. And I don't really mind, like I like cottage cheese, but they say, I guess if you really can't stand the texture of it, just to blend it, and you would never know. Put a couple handfuls in here. I mean, the recipe says to do like a cup per 5, so it would be like 2 cups of cheese. This is maybe a little less than that, but I think that's okay. And then I'm gonna add in all of my spinach. And then to brighten things up, I added in these real bacon pieces. They're $1.70. Obviously, if you can stretch it, you can buy regular bacon. You could buy ham. That's a really good choice. You can just go without. And then we do want to do just a little bit of salt and pepper in here, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. Cottage cheese itself is pretty salty. And then you can always salt and pepper these after the fact as well. Looking at my muffin tins, I'm like, these are not in the best shape, but we're gonna do our best. I'm gonna spray them generously. You really don't want this to stick. And then we're just gonna fill all these up. I'm surprised. I feel like last time I made these, it made more of them, but that's okay. We've got 15 going into the oven. We're gonna bake these for about 30 minutes at 350 degrees. So I've got my pan preheating and I'm gonna get started on my chicken tenders. You can choose whatever type of chicken you like. Surprisingly enough, at Walmart, this was the cheapest chicken per pound right now. And it's gonna cook up really nicely in a pan, but you could also do it on the grill or in the oven. So these tenders do have the little tenderloin in them, and I'm gonna pull that out just using a fork. It's not as easy as they make it look on the internet, but we're gonna use that method and give it a shot anyway. I'm gonna generously salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder our pieces of chicken. Then you just want to either spray down a pan or put some oil in a pan, and you're just going to cook those chicken tenders over like a medium heat. You just want to get them brown on each side and cooked all the way through to 165 degrees. My eggs are done. You want to ice bath those, ice bathe them, give them, you know, their version of a hot tub, a cold tub, so they don't keep cooking. So while that's going, our egg whites are going and our hard-boiled eggs are cooling down, we're gonna get some vegetables sliced up. Before I finish up on that cucumber, I really wanna see how much of everything I'm gonna need. And again, like those lovely fancy people making all those beautiful meal preps, I don't really have like matching containers. I have what I have. You don't need to go out and buy anything special. It's still just as healthy and delicious if you put them in your regular old Tupperwares. That being said, it's fine if you have fancy Tupperwares because it is fun, but saying it shouldn't prohibit you. So you can go ahead and like chop this spinach if you want to. You can do it however you want. In the essence of time, just throwing it in here. I'll cut it up when I eat my salad. So I've got 5 salads for the weekdays. Not necessarily anything for the weekends, but that's okay. And I like to make my salads look kind of pretty. So we're just gonna put everything in a row because we're gonna try to be the cool kids for 5 seconds here. I wasn't sure if I need to cut up this other part of the cucumber, but I'm gonna because I think we could use more on the salads. With that, or save it and then use it with ranch dressing as just like a snack. I think it'll be better in the salads. You can always peel your cucumbers too, but I think this is what's called an English cucumber, and the skin is really not bitter, so I'm not worried about it. And to make some space on my cutting board, why don't we put this cheese on these salads too? We'll also do the bacon. I don't have a ton of bacon, so we're just gonna put a little tiny bit just for fun. Slice up some Roma tomatoes. I actually really like Roma tomatoes because they stand up really well. They're not gonna get soggy. And then last but not least, I mean, we're gonna add some of those eggs and the chicken to these, but purchased myself a pound of carrots. We are by no means going to use all of these for our salads. We will put some on because they are healthy and they're gonna give it a lot of color, but they're also gonna be a great snack. And I got some ranch dressing, and you could make your own with like Greek dressing if you wanna go, and Greek yogurt if you wanna go even healthier. Couldn't afford that on the $20 meal plan, but that's okay. And those carrot scraps are super great for making like a vegetable broth or something. And honestly, you don't even have to peel them. I just did because I'm gonna use these as like snacks for the most part, but when I shred mine up, I'll leave the skins on because it's full of fiber, it's good for you. So we're just gonna peel some of these eggs. I'm gonna put 1 in each salad. That's gonna be some extra protein, very inexpensive. And they don't have to be peeled perfectly because we're gonna chop them up anyway. Okay, the eggy bites are done. Oh, they look great. Stay away, Benny. Chicken is all set. We're just gonna chop this up really good. It's been sitting for a little bit, so it's warm, but it's not hot. So my salads are done. I bought some light ranch to go with these. I'll put it on when I eat them. I have my other carrots prepped and ready. Benny says, I'm done with you bell pepper, Mama. It's been too long. Okay. I'm almost scared to look at the timer. Let's see. 1 minute and 16 seconds left. These babies are not in a container yet, so I don't know if that counts. And my eggs are pretty much cooled down, so I'm gonna put those in a little container. So I feel like we're like 1 minute under the gun. I mean, everything isn't in the refrigerator, but it's only gonna take me less than 5 minutes to do that. I do just wanna wait for these to cool down a little bit, but the active cook time is done. So there you have it, folks. It can be done. You can meal prep for $20 in under 1 hour, but I cannot guarantee that you can keep your house clean if you have a toddler while you do it. And make sure the next time you're on YouTube, you're watching Meals with Maria.